I'm unaware, but that is He-Man.
Energy production.
There you go.
23 days.
Okay, that should be good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's on Tuesday.
Oh, hi.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know.
Didn't Superman fight Solomon Grundy?
Yeah, he's a Marvel? The DC character. That's Solomon Grundy,
Superman's
born on a
DC.
Monday, raised
Yeah,
on Tuesday,
with
married on
This is our
Wednesday.
class one, and this might be a quieter podcast because
Died
there's
on
stuff
Thursday.
we're back in our original
Married
room.
on
Yeah, the
Friday,
first
rose
room
on-
that we did it in. And we're not
the-
sure if we're allowed to be here. Yeah, that's why the lights are off.
Yeah.
We're working off natural Jesus light.
Wait, why are the lights off? Why didn't we turn this on?
Just fuck it, that's wrong.
Where are the lights? Oh, they're over there.
Yeah.
I feel like the sunlight's good enough.
Yeah, I think it looks very natural.
So how you doing? Today it's me, Dylan, and Shawn. The only reason they seem taller than me is because I like my chairs low.
Dylan's is really high.
Oh,
I get high on life. I'm the tallest.
Oh yeah, the lean.
Yeah, I know. I was playing around, then I just looked up and I was like,
So, if it's not loud enough, we'll probably just raise the volume in editing.
we can do that, can't we?
Yeah. So how'd you like that intro?
Very good intro.
Amazing.
Probably our worst one.
I gotta take off that nursery rhyme.
No?
I gotta find that out later.
Sean's gonna be trying to.
I'm talking about the He-Man bit.
Yeah. That's the
record
best
it,
intro.
That was my thing. Also, Jesse bet me $100 that I wouldn't remember. Surprise but sex.
Surprise, but sex.
Jesse now owes me $100.
Did you shake on it?
No,
That's not actually a thing.
But I heard it. I was a witness.
You have to shake on it.
I have an alibi.
Shouldn't not. You don't need
If
an
all
alibi for
business relied on shaking of hands, then our economy would collapse.
Not really, 'cause people just make sure to shake on hands.
Our economy.
Or sign a contract
Collapse.
with somebody.
Economy collapsing, Shawn. Mass hysteria. Death to orphans.
Do you
Death-
want to?
Death to orphans.
That's what would happen.
So I would like to start this with our friend Sam.
Sam the Hitler.
We talked about in social class about how
There
there's
for it though.
there was
social
8
programs.
Yes, social programs,
And there
including
was, like,
welfare.
8 ones we were
Healthcare.
voting on.
Yes.
Like, we had like a class vote on whether these should be
A
social
discussion.
programs.
Yes.
It was more
And it
of a
was-
vote.
And so like the
So,
teacher,
there's-
you weren't there for it anyways.
Let me
Shawn,
speak.
let's Shawn speak because he
Let me
hasn't spoken yet.
speak.
And you weren't
Because
even
you
here
spoke,
for
I
it.
spoke.
Let me
You
speak.
weren't even there for it.
Let me speak.
You're remembering what we
I-
told you after.
Yeah, I am. And I did the same class today.
Yeah, but you weren't there to actually see everything.
Yeah, you're talking about the story of Sam and you don't.
No, you weren't there for it.
Let me speak.
Like the other stuff, you were just. We were discussing these things, and so the teacher would go through them one at a time, see how many people thought that they should be a social program, how people shouldn't. Me and Dylan, we each thought all of them should be social programs. Cross and Jesse, they got 7-4,
And Sam picked
7-2.
7-2.
and well 7 like 4.
7. Oh. 7-1.
So like 7-1, and then it gets down to it. I was thinking, like, how many got 7-2? Sam Little puts her hand up. It's like, he's usually a pretty serious guy. He looks at Sam and he's like, you are almost Hitler.
Hitler. You fucking broke the chair.
First the bed, now the chair.
It won't go down.
You gotta hold these 2 flaps things.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Never mind, I was holding the wrong side.
Can't even find those flaps.
I just have to hold the one.
flappers.
What is this?
You know, I could totally do exactly what I did last time, but that'd be dumb.
We gotta get busy with this podcast, guys.
Yeah.
We're just sticking around
So
with
today, my topic's going to be about a game I recently purchased.
Purchase.
Pirate purchase. They're pirate dollars.
Does the game have a booty?
Technically, yes. It's Tropical 5. It's basically the game is you're a dictator of an island.
I want to play this game.
And
Is it like Civ, just Island
No,
Dictator?
it's real
Simulator
time.
2014?
it's real time. As in, time passes. You don't just click next turn. I'm gonna tickle the back of his face. I tickled the back of his knees.
Bucks in here. So continue with this game.
Yes, tell us.
And basically you run an island. And it's, well, the guys that make it at Calypso, they're all really funny. But it's not as good as 4 somehow. They're just like, they changed the voice actors. They got rid of the best voice actors, like Penultimo, who's like your advisor. They changed his voice acting.
Did they change it to Morgan Freeman?
No.
Was he Morgan Freeman?
No.
Then there's only room for improvement.
What? Are you saying every voice actor's terrible?
Unless they're Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman should do a
He doesn't
show
even do
where he
video
does
games,
all
does
the
he?
voices.
He
He
doesn't-
could sell his voice. Like, he could just make things.
Make like read off a dictionary and just like sell it for royalty purposes. Like
They
he
could
gets,
make him
like, a cut.
if he read like fan fiction,
What?
he could make
He
so
did
much.
once.
What?
I'm pretty sure he has.
I read somebody do an impression of him. Dude, these move.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, hell no.
That's how you move them.
There's a button.
You dummy.
I was looking for something on the side. We're getting
This
really off
video is
topic.
going to be called
That's
chairs.
the point of off topic.
Off topic is good.
The point
That's just
of
what
our
this video
Clamcast
should be
is
called,
to be
off topic.
I feel like our Clamcast should be called He-Man Cast.
Dude, why is that a thing? No, not that. Look at, you see that, the big thing?
You know, that giant thing that sticks out from the rest of the room? Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it.
Look in the corner, you see those little like things that like connect to corners? Why are those a thing?
Like that go outside of the frame, basically.
No, like the semicircle, like flowery type thing.
I just realized I was doing Jesse's job. After editing the last one, I realized that Jesse, the whole time, makes stupid sounds.
Yeah,
I
and
just-
you make stupid faces.
Yeah, I know. I always make stupid faces.
This one. No. No. I'll show you guys later. Like this one.
Oh.
I didn't mean to hit you.
He's gonna react to whatever you say, so. Do you wanna talk about your thing you're planning with
Yeah.
woman?
On the podcast?
Dude,
coming
you
out
asked
next
someone
week,
out on the
so-
podcast.
It is. And we hopefully,
Monday, and it comes out on Tuesday.
yeah. You're onto something.
So basically we spent like a period.
I just spent a
The
whole
way our school
hour.
works is we have like open, well, they starting to get rid of them. Whatever.
Every second day we have an open period now. So all of us hung out and they gave me pointers on how to get the
This
girl that I
girl.
like.
On a date,
Yeah, but
like what to do.
what bothered me about it was Cross is more knowledgeable about it, and I talk to women.
I think about it too much because I
You do.
don't talk to women.
Like you understand them on a
I don't.
weird level. No, you do.
I feel like I just understand basic psychology, Dylan. After all, that's what I do plan on, doing.
You know, everyone else in the school has like realistic jobs, and then it's
John.
like,
Don't ever say your job's unrealistic. That's the first step to failure.
well, no. Like what I'm saying is, everyone's like, I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna be a lawyer. What are you gonna be, Dylan?
You do realize how
Fucking rock star.
unrealistic all those sound? Nobody who says they are going to become a doctor in grade 3 are guaranteed to become a doctor.
Yeah, and then
In
there's
fact, they're very unlikely
like since like probably since I was 6 when I first heard Nirvana, I've been like, I'm gonna be a rock star. And my dad played, so that was another reason I wanted to be a rock star. Hey, box man.
Do you guys know what Fine Bros are? They're
Yeah.
They do like reaction
They did a
videos.
Nirvana one.
Yeah, they did, and like it was half great and like 1/10 sickening about some of the people that are like just did like to that one person that didn't like it. It was just like, and she had like the dumbest reasons.
That it was too loud, I think her reason was.
Yeah, like that was one of them.
I really hate people who say like, oh, the music is too loud. Like, ever? Like, if you can't listen to loud music,
No, because the thing is
And
like
plus, half the time it isn't loud. Like a lot of times,
Yeah,
come as you are.
the thing is like
That's
with a lot of those people, I'm getting a little loud.
it's just like the loud ones are the best.
No, but the thing is, a lot
Teen
of those people
Spirit,
are like
Lithium.
they're like that music's too loud. But when you listen to these songs, you don't turn it up all the way like
I do.
you do.
I listen to really loud
I
music.
generally do too.
What?
Like when I'm on the bus, I swear to God, everyone else on the bus can hear what I'm listening to.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say the point
Calm
anymore.
me down.
And That's where.
That's a great song, actually.
Anyway, so they're saying like,
And that
oh,
one
it's
bit
so
where he
loud.
gets screaming and it's
Them
like
all-
just like
their
that
music.
huge build up.
Well, their music, not as loud, but they still turn it up all the way as well.
Turn down to watch.
Never heard that song, never want to.
I've heard it before.
I've heard that bit. that
I've heard the
turn
whole
down
song
for
before.
what?
It was in a video game.
Really? Which one?
I can't remember.
Don't like. There's. I only like a few. Well, I like Michael Jackson. But I like. Pop
The only
rap.
reason I really play sports games is because sometimes there's really good music on it. Like in the Bigs, it was an old baseball game that I used to play on the Wii. It had Screaming Trees on it, and I love Screaming Trees, and it was just an awesome song.
Remembering the Fine Brothers video, half those kids didn't know what grunge was. How do you
There
not?
was maybe 3 people who were like, "It's grunge."
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, because they had the X and like the check marks come up, like the and then it showed the 3 winners.
Yeah. Like that's the music that I grew up with, regardless of the fact that I grew up with it 10 years after it existed. Because I think I first heard it probably 2004, 2005, and grunge movement started in '87 with Soundgarden and Alice in Chains. So yes, you look at I feel substantial. But then it's like, the fact that it lasted to the point that it's like, kids now still hear it.
Not enough, I would say, but well, we live in a small town with
We live in a small
with the,
town where
with the
most
world's largest
rodeo.
well,
Second largest outdoor rodeo.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep.
Yeah.
First is Calgary.
Stadium.
It's like
Second
just for,
largest outdoor rodeo in the world.
in the world?
In the
Yeah,
world.
dude.
The entire world.
Also,
I mean, not that many places do rodeos.
I felt like no, cause it's so small.
In the world.
In the
dude.
world?
even bigger
Yes.
than Texas.
What?
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
We don't even have the big rodeo.
It's huge. Have
It-
you ever, like, if
have
you
you
walk
ever
from
actually
one side
gone
of the
to the
grounds to the
rodeo
other
part?
side of the grounds, it's huge.
Have you seen how many people are there?
There's a lot of people there.
There's tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, most rodeos, it's like on an average size of all rodeos together, like maybe 500's average.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Man.
It's just like 500 chairs.
I think
like
the reason that you
bleachers.
don't think it's as big is because you've never like.
Like, imagine, like, the football stadium, that's actually over there, but
Yeah.
imagine those bleachers, like, 10 of them, maybe.
What?
Yeah. And it's just got, like, a metal gate around.
I've seen
The
pictures
stadium.
of some in Texas because I have a friend, Teresa. Hi, Teresa. And
I gotta watch this.
If she's watching us, if she's not, it's
I'll send it to her. She'll watch it.
Oh, she doesn't wanna watch
comment, and we'll
Fuck
shout out
Yeah.
your
Dude.
face.
We'll
We'll
be
go
your
to your
best
house and shout out your face.
Yeah. And I have a rough idea of where you live.
So anyway, continue. So they're really small, though. Then?
Yeah.
I thought all ours was a small one.
No, dude.
Second
Like
largest in the world.
statistically.
That place is huge, and plus it's tall as well. Like that place, like
Yeah, but I always thought that ours was a small one. I always thought that there were bigger ones.
Nope.
Just because, we're Pinoca.
Calgary. That's it.
I mean, I would say that place is as big as a medium football stadium, like NFL.
I think it's
size.
actually either second or third.
No, it's second.
Just second.
Unless some place was built in the last 3 years. I don't think
Well,
that'll be out much as ours.
I'm gonna be doing the talent show there, so I'll be playing to a couple 100,000 people, and it's gonna be like everyone's gonna be like, yeah, play some country on.
Nope.
Fuck you.
You're gonna play the heaviest of heavy metal.
I'll play Slayer.
Godsmack. I feel like somebody outside heard that.
I feel like they're laughing at another joke, but it was very well timed.
Because they laughed at the same
No,
time.
because we're just like.
You didn't even hear the first part of the joke.
So, we're gonna talk anything else
Oh.
you wanna pick up on that?
Shameless self-advertising. This will be out on Tuesday, 2 days after I get to the studio, but I'm going to be recording an album on Sunday.
Yes, and we have a music video lined up already.
That'd be
You know that
great.
one we talked about way before?
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
that was supposed to get done. What?
If Jesse edited this part out.
No, because I'll slit his throat.
I'll tell him.
Hi, Jesse!
You smell really nice today. Okay, since you're going to be editing this, And you see
Wait,
this?
why are we breaking
Why?
the fourth
Wait.
wall so much?
Breaking the fourth wall really badly. It just reminded me of the Game Grumps. When you do this, while you're editing this, after you get to this part, I want you to come up behind me and hug me and tell me you love me. And then walk away.
He's not doing that. I can guarantee you now.
I'm gonna agree with Cross. He's not gonna do it.
Come on,
He's
Jesse.
gonna be like, I agree with you, Cross and Shawn. I'm
Love
not gonna
me.
do that.
But-
And we'll be like, ah.
But now in us saying that, he might do it. Just
No,
don't. Might.
I know you.
So back from the fourth wall.
Hooray. What fourth wall? What? I
Where's
thought
the
we were
What
just
is the
in this.
fourth wall?
I thought we were just stuck inside this camera forever. I don't.
Cross, you were already moving outside of the camera. Watch your.
I was gonna reach up, but I realized I
I
was too
can't-
small.
Oh.
Guys, where'd I go? The worst podcast.
I am the camera king. Never mind.
I gotta say that this is the worst podcast.
Where's your crown?
No, man.
King nothing.
We're not really doing it.
That's the point. Just get in the
Just
conversation.
make funnies.
Make
We're funny
conversation.
people.
We are. We made someone. I don't know. Does anybody remember any time we've killed someone with laughter? Nothing
I almost
unconscious
killed
with laughter?
Bryn with the Starbucks thing.
With
Did
the
you even see that?
Velociraptor
Yeah,
arms?
we were just sitting around and it was like, I can't remember what we were talking about. It was just white girls and it was move your head. Move your head. John.
People that go to Starbucks
Yeah.
and order a triple cafe latte.
Just the stereotypical white girls I was doing. Like, Starbucks. Starbucks.
I will
Starbucks.
not
And
be
Bryn
allowed.
really likes Starbucks. It's Starbucks.
I just call them Velociraptors
Starbucks.
or Raptors.
Oh my god, Starbucks.
Hi Velociraptor.
Starbucks.
How are you?
Oh, it actually started when we were talking about signing up for a talent show over at the school here.
I can
And she was talking about just going over there and fangirling, and she was like, "You should totally do it." And I was like, "Don't ever say it like that again. I might punch you in front of her."
Metal Gear.
I won't about that.
Metal Gear.
Ow.
Speaking of Metal Gear, I'm actually kind of upset that Snake isn't going to be in the new Smash Bros.
Snack.
Snake.
I play.
There's multiple versions of those characters.
Yeah.
It's great.
Metal Gear is so hilarious though.
I haven't played it.
Like don't go for like the new one that came out, which is basically just a prologue to the game that's coming out. That's a full priced game. Japan's weird. They released a game that's like maybe an hour long. That's a prologue to a game that's coming out.
And it's a full price game.
$60.
I wouldn't pay $60 for an hour-long game. I
Nobody
would
would.
download an hour-long game and play it. Because I played one game, it was a horror game. Horror. The only thing that was scary that happened was the guy opened a closet and there was a dead body, and I predicted that from like 5 minutes into the game.
Dead body. But
Was
No,
it
the
Bill
one-
Gates just waiting to open up the closet?
the one before.
No, it says he doesn't want to open it.
I don't want to open it for like an
Well,
hour.
because
He
the
just, like,
backstory-
soldered to himself.
The backstory is his wife left, and like he's trying to stay hopeful. It's like, oh, she'll come back, she'll be back, and it doesn't like specify how long she's been gone, but as it goes on, it basically says that she's been gone for like months, and it says he doesn't want to go out and because she might come back, and then as it goes on, he gets pissed off because she's gone, and I had to play through this 3 times because my computer crashed, and it
You
was.
need a better computer.
Yeah.
Should work at the golf course.
We were talking about
That's where you applied.
Yeah. There and other places.
I thought you just.
the Wolf Creek one.
That's Wolf. Is it Wolf Creek?
That's
Wolf Creek one's by where.
That's in town, right? I can.
Like I applied to one by
Wolf
my
Creek
house.
one is. You know where it's like Ready Mart is, like the front
Yeah,
store of Ready
yeah,
Mart. If you
that's
just
exact-
like go for a couple.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one that I.
Yeah,
That's
applied
what
to.
I was thinking.
Okay, that's the
That's
Wolf
Wolf
Creek one.
Right.
That's the one I might apply at. I hate golf, but if I can make $11.50
No,
an hour.
that's the Pinocchio one.
Yeah, Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek one's the other one.
Yeah, Wolf Creek's the other one. That's,
So
that's
you're
why I
at
was
the,
like,
you're working at the Pinocchio one.
yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Why do we have 2 golf courses? Can anybody
Because we
explain?
have a bunch of rich old white men and show.
Golfing's not that bad.
So, do you have anything more to say about your game?
Boobs.
Oh, the game was extremely anticlimactic. It's like, because then the wife comes back and then burns the house down.
What?
And then the last picture is a picture of the guy and the girl burning. And then it's like, well, there's got to be more to that game, right? And then the credits roll. It's like, you know what? I fucking played this game. And it's literally just it's a click game. That you, yeah, but you get to go through different rooms and stuff, and it's...
Wait, so it's like a static image, and you have to click
No,
on things?
it's not a static image. It's like a really intense point and click, where you can still go around in circles, and it's...
Oh, so it's just your regular point and click. Point and click adventure.
Yeah. But it was so bad, because you had to interact with things 50 times in order to do anything. So I'm sitting there mashing on the button.
That's the thing that's
pissed
terrible
off.
with point and click. So I got 2 games to talk about. First, going back to Revenge, the Metal Gear game, the one that's not the terrible one, but the one that came out before that, Rising Revengeance. It's so funny.
Revengeance?
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Look, your game's sweet.
Yeah, because it's got Raiden, not old dude. He's got white hair, sword ninja instead of old man dude. And basically, for literally one of the missions, you're supposed to go in incognito and you gotta blend in and not make a scene. And so you arrive in your like fancy sports car, like, yeah, no, I got this, I'm totally incognito. And you step out, you're wearing a poncho and a sombrero, but nothing else, because you're like a cyborg. So it's just your cyborgness and poncho and sombrero. And it's like, yep, that's what I'm. And you got this giant robot dog with you as well.
Remember Suit Sex?
Yeah, we
were
talked
playing-
about that on this.
We did?
We did
talk
we
about
did.
Suit Sex?
But dude,
That was
Metal
like
Gear games are great. There's one Easter egg, I forget what game it's in, but it's one
Did
of
it
them
look
Snake.
good?
What?
Oh, with Solid Snake it had?
Yeah, it's Snake in it. I think, anyways. And one of the Easter eggs is a photo shoot of like one of like the girls in the game. It's like a photo shoot of her, like your Snake, like you pull your like binoculars or whatever, like use them as a camera. Like it's an entirely white world except for you and the chick.
I don't know, it's going back to
This sounds like a really fappy
Rising
Easter egg.
Revengeance. Basically, these 2 guys see you, like, it's all cutscene just for the joke. These 2 guys see you, and it's like you walk over to like a manhole and you like fling it out into the air, and it's like the 2 guys are like freaking out. It's like, see you later, El Salvador's, and he like whips off all his clothes and jumps down into the manhole. I don't know if that's what he said, but he's like, no, he says adios, amigos.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe makes more sense to Amigos, not El Salvador.
Yeah. But yeah, and then he like just jumps down into the manhole and they're like freaking out.
Man, you know what's another good thing about Snake games? Psycho Mantis.
He kinda looks like he's OD'd.
Oh well. But have you ever heard of the Psycho Mantis boss fight?
Psycho Mantis.
Like what it is, like you're the like he has like telekinesis and whatnot. It's like you start the fight, but you don't do anything, and it doesn't tell you this whatsoever, and like actually it does, but it's like one of those really long.
That's
You know how
you
that-
don't want to watch?
It's a text wall of text.
So it's like the communication type thing. And this guy, he's just doing like countless stuff, and one like one little sentence is like, oh yeah, you might want to try doing this. And what it is, like, so you can't play, what you have to do is you have to unplug your controller, plug it into the player 2 port, and then you can go.
It's great.
And I think it's another Snake game, at one point in the game, you have to reset the game.
Yeah.
Because what happens is it'll come up with like a bunch of errors things, and you're like, oh, what the hell? And you have to purposely reset the game, like not turn it off, then turn it on, but like, I don't know.
Yeah. The Metal Gear games are great, but except for the newest one.
I think the only thing that I can complain about Mega Man, because I haven't played Metal Gear, is that there's no actual story to it.
Well, there is.
In the
Dr.
first-
Wily.
There's lore, but you have to find it.
Yeah,
And that's why most people don't know there's lore.
yeah, but like I'm just playing through the first one right now, and I've beat Cut Man and Bomb Man.
Good.
They got real creative, but it's like you have no idea how much trial and error it takes to fucking beat a level.
Is there a Napalm Man in that
Yeah.
game?
Huh?
What Mega Man game is
The
it?
first one.
Okay, it's the Napalm Man. So much controversy
And why?
with Napalm Man and Vietnamese.
Oh.
Because of all the napalm that they use, and the exact level looks like Vietnamese first, like Vietnam, and then it'll go into like
Japan, what is wrong with you?
no, and then it goes into like tunnels that are heavily trapped, like the tunnels that the Vietnamese soldiers use. And even though the boss guy doesn't actually use any napalm, He still looks like a big plane with bombs.
Bomb Man was really easy because he just threw bombs and they were really easy to get away from. I killed him first try. I got to the. You have 3 lives when you play. I had no lives by the time I got to cut the first time I got to cut man, and it took him 3 hits and having him down to almost no health in order for me to die.
Hooray.
So I punched my computer. I actually messed up some of the pixels in the computer.
Wait, is there any like save points on Mega Man or?
There's random checkpoints.
There's checkpoints, but once you like lose, you don't.
3 lives?
Yeah, once you waste
lose
3 lives,
you're
then you
fucked.
start from the beginning again.
Oh, I hate those.
It's like an arcade. That's all. And it wasn't even like a light. Fuck you! It was fucking BAM! I was really pissed off, and I actually cried out of frustration at one point because I had gotten so far in the level, and then I died, and I was just like, "Fuck you!"
You used to play good games, not hard games.
Well, I'm gonna be buying Dark Souls, so I.
Speaking of good games, I'm going to
Your second game?
cut you off. Yes, Gone Home. I've decided I'm just gonna spoiler everything because the game's been out for like.
Can we put a spoiler alert just across the screen?
Spoiler alert!
The box is spoiler alert. There you go.
Let's see, I'll read it there.
The book of spoilers.
Book of
Spoiler? Oh my.
I opened my book. So, did you hear what happened in Game of Thrones?
No, and it's from everything of all time, even real life scenarios. Like, you hear what Julie did last night? What? No.
You hear what Julie did
Check the book.
tomorrow? What do you mean tomorrow?
Anyways, Gone Home, it like disguises itself as a horror game,
I think I've heard of it, but not much.
but it's not.
You die.
Basically, you're returning home from a trip across Europe, and you come home to an empty house,
Literal name is literal.
and Gone Home, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
And basically, you just have to explore, and basically, just like through like activating certain things or getting to certain checkpoints, like audio logs start playing, of like the past, and it's like of your little sister.
I'm really bad
Because
about
if
video
you-
games.
if
I
you
almost
sister,
always
mom,
have my audio off.
Yeah, it's you, sister, mom, and dad, and the little sister's telling you everything about, like through. It's supposed to be journal pages, but it's just audio
But
logs.
like, yeah.
Yeah, and
I hate reading in games.
basically you have to find your way throughout this house, unlock like secret doors and puzzles, and like.
Why? Who's gonna be like, buy a house? You know what? It's a mansion.
Well, no, because it was the family's mansion, like it's from generations before. And
Oh,
it belonged to your uncle, who is now deceased. Before, like you find this all out through going through, like, because at the beginning nothing is explained; it's slowly explained to you.
I hate games.
And well, it's really good because it's beautiful. Basically, you find
Don't
out.
play games for graphics.
Well, no, it's beautiful story, not
Like beautiful
Fair
story.
enough. Fair enough.
Damn it, Dylan. You cut straight to that, didn't you?
Well,
Don't
I do
judge
because it's
a book by the cover.
I don't like the
Don't be so
whole
shallow.
graphics things because I play a lot of Minecraft and
I gotta admit though, it does help to the game.
A good graphics is not what you should judge the whole game by.
But
It's just a component.
it is
of
a
what you
good-
should
it
judge
makes
the
you
game
I
feel
think
better
it's just a plus. But I think there is actually genres that need it. Come to think of it, because as someone who's
Like
an avid
first-person-
horror player,
Horror games definitely need that.
horror games need great graphics.
I would say a
because
first-person shooter needs at least interesting graphics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first person.
because it needs to be able to distract the player while he's looking for the other players and all that shit.
Good or interesting. Just
Yes.
For example, a game that should always have good graphics should be an Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls.
I would play that game if it had shit graphics.
Yeah.
If it looked like an NES game, play the ever living
Yes,
fuck
it
out
is
of
good
it.
graphics though. Like,
Well, there's a difference between good graphics and good design.
yeah.
And
That
like
game is
design.
designed well.
Like Skyrim is superbly designed.
Yeah. Well,
Another game that I think is quite well designed is Resident Evil. Because
Not the later ones. Later ones get
Undead Nightmare.
Resident Evil.
That's not Resident Evil, fuck. Resident Evil, I need to get the game.
Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, at first I'm
well,
thinking.
that's got great graphics.
It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's got
And
good
I like
graphics.
I like the zombie killing that when their heads explode.
So anyways, going back to the game, you eventually, well, I'm not going to tell the story in order of the way it's told to you, because it's kind of jumbled and you got to make sense of it yourself, which eventually it all ties in and it's great. And it starts off with you getting, like, you receiving phone calls of somebody just calling for your little sister, but there's no information. It's like the first one's just like asking, and then the second one's like panicked. And you also, what is...
He's rubbing his nipples on one.
No, I'm not.
No, he was like... continue.
On this
That's
podcast,
right.
we seem homosexual, but are completely straight.
So you discover that the house was owned by your uncle, who would, like, psycho in his later years, and I think he killed somebody. And he also haunts the house, like he lives within the house as a spirit, but it doesn't really affect you, but it does, because there's like some spooky bits that come out because of him.
Spooky bits.
Spooky bits.
Like naughty bits, but
But again, it's not a horror game. It's just it's disguise. That's what it hides.
It has like
I
a
think-
horror feel, but it's not.
Yeah, but eventually, as you get more comfortable, it's like, wait, what? And you gotta find out more about the story, and you just don't give a crap anybody is scared. It's like, what happened?
So, I think that sometime over the summer, I'm gonna have to come live at your house for like a week, and we're just gonna have to play non-stop games.
Yeah, I have to get you to play Gone Home. It's
I'll play the ever-living shit out of it.
You haven't
And
played all the
basically-
story though.
Yeah, I'm gonna ruin it all now. So sorry.
Good, I want to hear this.
I'm just gonna listen to Wings
The
of
story
Apollo.
goes is your because you just moved to this place just because your uncle died and it's like an upgrade, and your father's an author.
Yeah, so we can
it
write
doesn't
that.
matter where he works, and your mother doesn't work.
Works in hell.
God damn it, Mom.
Fucking
So-
mom.
The game takes place in when did Nirvana die? Not Nirvana,
94.
Kurt. 94. It takes place in 96, I want to say.
Because
95 or
it says,
96.
you said that it mentions
There was a
Kurt's death.
magazine about an obituary of Kurt Cobain. Like he's on the front cover. And it's like a secret. Like it's not obviously shown, but it's like on your little sister's desk. And like
Well, if it's in the mid-90s and you have a sister, of course they love Kurt Cobain. That guy was actually like, I know people who think that he's like the hottest person ever.
yeah, a lot of people.
He was getting
Well,
more whiskey
it's-
with a P than a lot of people.
It's still in the time where
Get it.
he's like you gotta be into grunge to be
Yeah.
considered to like his music. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot of still people like classics, still people like country, still people like bad music. I'm just gonna call it.
Britney Spears.
In '96.
Yeah, that was the 90s, dude.
I
Gerald.
barely.
Yeah.
It's so
You
weird.
hit my ear. And I heard.
Sorry.
So anyways, it starts off with your little sister telling her about going to school, and then she meets like a friend, and then she becomes really good friends with this friend. This is putting it very quickly. And
What
very
a friendly friend.
badly. But it becomes eventually near the end, they find out they actually love each other.
Like,
It-
is it a girlfriend
wait,
or?
Yes, it becomes a
It
lesbian
becomes
love
a
story.
lesbian love story.
And
I'm
it's
liking this.
so beautiful, and then
Dude, you're like talking about
Yeah,
how
I
it is
know.
actually a beautiful thing, and Sean's like, I like this.
No, I'm actually interested in this.
But then then they start, and the girlfriend of your little sister, it just becomes like, and this is during the '96, so it's like they have an uphill battle. And it
Yeah.
starts with that, it first starts off with the family, just basically disowning her. It then goes into just all this stuff, and then a huge conflict arises where
Sounds like a powerful
Doesn't,
fucking
it is.
story.
one of
It
them
is.
go off to work?
yes, the little sister's girlfriend, she's been in training this whole time
Yeah.
for military. So, she's been wanting to go into the military the whole time.
I'm extremely sorry, viewers,
And eventually,
for Cross's fucking spoiling.
well, I told you.
We had like a full minute of spoiler alerts.
Yeah, and it basically all concludes and wraps up that the voice messages at the very beginning were actually your little sister's girlfriend telling her that she was coming home from the military. So at the very beginning of this, I think it's 4-hour game,
4 hours, that's it.
it all ties together in this huge thing. It's like, damn!
Like voice messages.
So is it
like
a happy ending?
Yeah, it's a happy end.
Nice!
Like voice
Dude,
messages,
there's
like,
no
oh.
games with happy endings anymore.
Well, there's lots of games with happy endings.
No, there's-
Skyrim has a pretty happy ending.
Skyrim doesn't have an ending.
Yeah. Well, it's
The main story. I actually recently beat that. It's actually, I beat Alduin first try, and I was really proud of
I
that.
did.
Well, you were like super, like you did all, like a whole bunch of side
I was
quests. didn't you?
level 49.
Yeah, I blitzed through that game and still beat Alduin. Yeah,
The
he.
fucking Dragonbane is the key to winning.
Against any dragon. That's why it's called Dragon Bane. It's the bane of the dragon.
Kind of like Wolfbane is like a common cure against werewolves.
And it's kind of like how Bane broke Batman's back.
I'm the pain
that.
of your
I wa-
bat six.
You watched
watched
Dark Knight?
I watched the Batman trilogy, Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. It was good.
I haven't watched the third
Yeah.
one yet.
I love the second one. Like,
Dude,
Joker's-
Heath Ledger is such a great fucking actor.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
And the only reason it was changed was because he fucking improvised them.
I told you that.
I know you did. But still, he improvised those lines. Did you know that, you know when he clicks the button and the hospital doesn't explode and he looks all pissed off?
That wasn't a
Clicks-
stunt actor.
That was him.
Yeah, it
He
wasn't
blew
him.
shit up.
It wasn't
But
him,
it didn't
wasn't
blow up the first time, so he turned back pissed off, clicked it again, and then it went off.
That's great. He's
No, he didn't click it again. He clicked it, and then looked at it and waited, and then it blew up.
No, didn't he like turn around and then like hit it a few more times
Yeah.
and then he turned around and then it exploded?
Just the
His-
bottom line is Heath Ledger was so adaptable when it came to...
Man, he's
Rest
great.
in peace, though.
He's
Yeah.
not dead.
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
He died
of a
during
drug.
the filming of the third one,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
No, it was after the second one had been completed.
Yeah.
Like, it hadn't even been released yet. That's why at the end of the film they say rest in peace, Heath Ledger. Like, I actually watched a documentary on him on the weekend, and
You wanna know why I don't carry guns, but only knives? Guns are too quick. You can't enjoy guns.
that line is fucking sadistic. But he had a bunch of prescription pills, and all of them together had caused him to overdose.
Sadly.
How does
Yeah.
a doctor do that?
Well, no, because
Different
he had
doctors, most
He had gone
likely.
through a divorce, lost his child, was extremely pressured for work. It was just a hard time for him, and it was just,
During his like biggest acting.
I think one of the things that I respect him for most in that film was that a whole month before, he spent a whole month locked away in a fucking
Yeah.
hotel room writing the Joker's thoughts down in a journal. That is dedication to the maximum.
Okay, I think that's probably
I mean,
long enough for
one
now.
is a little bit more.
It's 3:02.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Did you really want to talk about that?
No,
Okay, I have one last thing to say.
very quickly.
It's just, yeah, there's a band, Wings of Apollo.
Listen.
There's going to be a link in the description because I told Cross to do that now.
Oh.
And I'll get you the link. But they have a new EP coming out, and it would be awesome if all of you could check it out. They have a new song hopefully coming out the day of this recording. They have a new recording out hopefully today, if not next week on Tuesday. But I hope you enjoy that. You guys can cut that out now. Wings of Apollo rocks. Hi, David, Jesse, and Pat.
I'm probably not gonna listen.
I'm just gonna. We should probably just end it when I kill myself.
No, end it after I say hi to Jesse and all that.
Hi guys.